Good morning, my dear students. Let us continue our class, and today we will discuss the other types of changes. That is chemistry chapter 6, changes around us. Expansion. What is expansion? When we heat a substance, its particles gain energy and start moving from each other. This is known as expansion. Expansion hi zat thuma umin, expansion in solid, expansion in liquid, and expansion in gases. Now let us first discuss the expansion in solid. Can you see this picture? This is a railway track. On the railway track, small gaps are left after regular intervals. Why is it? Why? Because in summer, when the temperature is high, the metal tracks expand. Sa lighting metal tracks they expand. If the gaps are not left, the tracks will deform. Deform disfigure. The tracks will be disfigured at joints. And in winter, the metal contracts and the gap increases. And now look at the second picture. Here we have steel rims. Chilaya kang akanga hi thi hu ipiti ki heng lut ham lungdon chuna. Now let us see how these steel rims are fitted. Steel rims are fitted in the wheel after heating. When the rim is heated, it expands and becomes larger. Steel rim ho thi ho isu sat ting le lin gho alit ting le chun hijilai steel rim hi asu sat phalwa chu hungli na, and then it becomes bigger. Okay, then it is fitted over the wheel, and when it gets cool, it contracts and fits tightly over the wheel. Now let us see expansion in liquids. Liquids expands when heated. To make it more clear, let us discuss a very simple example. Test tube. Let us take a test tube and a round bottom flask filled with water, and here we will put a spirit lamp. And before heating this round bottom flask, first let us mark the water level before heating. Okay, suppose let's say this is the water level before heating. Now let us heat this round bottle flask. What happens is, when the water gets heated, the level of the water rises and it reaches here. The water level in the test tube, this is the test tube or the glass tube. So the water level will will increase. So this shows that liquids expands when heated. Next, we have expansion in gases. Gases expands on heating. To make it more clear, let us talk about a very simple example. Blow up a balloon. Balloon imut diu. Let us blow up a balloon and tie it with a thread. And the balloon that we blow up, let us keep that balloon in the freezer. What happens is, after an hour, when you go and take out the balloon, you will see that the balloon shrinks due to contraction. Imut vazu balloon to lin chuna ahwanga fridge sa equating leo chun it shrinks. Beta chi thop de du neo chi khet ki su ta chuna. Then blow some hot air again. Itha amut ki diu cho and hit the balloon, and when we hit the balloon, it will keep expanding and it will burst. So this shows that gases expands on heating. Question number 1. Copy it down in your in your notebook and write it down. I will dictate the answer. Why are small gaps left between railway tracks? Question number 1. Why are small gaps left between the railway tracks? Answer. Small gaps are left between the railway tracks because in summer, when the temperature is high, the metal tracks expand. If the gaps are not left, the track will deform at joints. I will repeat the answer. Small gaps are left between the railway tracks because in summer, when the temperature is high, the metal tracks expand. If the gaps are not left, the track will deform at joints. Moving on to the next, we have contraction. Contraction iti tengle ipiti naha. Can you see this picture? This is the empty bottle. To make it more clear, let me give you an example. Let us take an empty mineral water bottle, okay? and then we will put this empty water bottle in the freezer for an hour. What happens is that we will find that the water bottle shrinks. The water bottle becomes smaller and gets disfigured. This is the empty water bottle. So when we put this inside the freezer, it shrinks and it gets disfigured. Namu uchuna disfigured. Chombet bu zing na. Then this happens due to contraction of air inside the bottle. And then when the air gets cool, the air particles come closer and occupy less space. As a result, the bottle gets squeezed. And after this, if we keep this bottle outside for some time, what happens is it gets back to its original shape. This is because the air inside the bottle absorbs heat and it expands again. That is called contraction. Next, we have desirable and undesirable changes. First, let us talk about desirable changes. Changes which are for our benefit are called desirable changes. Eho adinga phachum ho chu desirable changes akitiin. For example, ripening of fruit, cooking of food. So these are the examples of desirable changes. Next, we have undesirable changes. Changes which are harmful for us are known as undesirable changes. Thilkhat ahum ki khial tingle eho adinga phat na apang lowa eho adinga si na apang ho chu, there is undesirable changes. For example, floods, pollution. So these are few examples of undesirable changes. With this, we have finished chemistry, that is chapter 6, changes around us. I hope you all are clear with the explanation. Now open to page 73, fill in the blanks. I will read it out. You look at the textbook and write it down in your textbook. Fill in the blank. Page 37. Question number 1. Formation of a coal is a chemical change. Question number 2. Rusting of iron is a slow change. Question number 3. In a reversible change, no new substance is formed and we get back the original substance. Question number 4. The burning of paper is an example of irreversible change. Question number 5. During a chemical change, the composition of a substance changes. Question number 6. In solids, particles are very close to each other and cannot move. Question number 7. Gases show maximum expansion whereas solids show minimum expansion. Question number 8. Mercury is a metal which exists in liquid form in room temperature. Question number 9. When we dip a thermometer in warm water, the mercury in it expands. Question number 10. Changes that are for our benefits are called desirable changes. Next, underline the correct answer. B. Page 73. B. Underline the correct answer. Question number 1. Which of the following is a chemical change? The correct option is making of chapati. Option C. Question number 2. Which of the following changes cannot be reversed? And the correct option is D. Burning of candle. Question number 3. When you hit a metal rod, it will, and the correct option is C. Expand but come back to its original shape on cooling. Question number 4. Which of the following is a physical change? And the correct option is A. Mixing of salt in water. Question number 5. Cutting of cloth is A. And the correct option is physical and irreversible change. Next, page 74. C. Write T for true and F for false. Question number 1. Melting of chocolate is a reversible change. And the answer is true. Question number 2. Burning of candle is a physical change. And the answer is false. Question number 3. Breaking of glass is an irreversible change. And the answer is true. Hardening of cement is a physical change. And the answer is false. Stitching of clothes is a chemical change. And the answer is true. D. Name the following. Question number 1. A change in which the basic composition of a substance does not change. And the answer is physical change. Question number 2. A change during which the composition of a substance changes. And the answer is chemical change. Question number 3. 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Question number 4. When we heat a substance, its particles gain energy and start moving away from each other. This is called, the answer is expansion. Question number 5. 2 changes that are for our benefit. And the answer is cooking of food and ripening of fruits. The last question, question number 6. 2 changes that are harmful for us. And the answer is floods and pollution. I hope you all are clear with the explanation. Thank you.